Hello everybody, welcome back to the ESL UK studios. My name's Knight, alongside me is Hoss, and we're here for the ESL UK CSGO Premiership.
We are indeed, and we just saw MALiK unfortunately lose out in a 30-round slugfest to Team XENEX.
So far.
Yep.
I predicted XENEX, you predicted MALiK.
Yeah, you did, although I'm pretty sure I predicted XENEX to win that first map, and then MALiK to win this one, and Mirage. So we'll see. We are in game though. The knife round has just completed, and MALiK get their choice of the CT side. And they were in this position yesterday against Perilous Rage. Max got a 3K.
Yeah, that was brilliant.
And then Imi did his best to throw the round.
He did. He was a player who pushed through the smoke on
yeah,
Banal,
he was.
didn't he? Yeah, when he didn't have to.
Yeah.
And yeah. So let's see what happens this time round. It'll be interesting to see if Mighty Max decides to go aggressive at mid again. It's obviously a very ballsy approach to take, because the thing is, when you're a terrorist on Inferno, you're realistically looking for around 4 or 5 rounds. So the pistol round is incredibly important if you're on the CT side, because if you can prevent your opponents getting that early 3-round lead, obviously provided they don't throw the second round, then you then force them to have to try and accumulate 4 or 5 gun rounds, which is very tough on a map like Inferno.
Yeah, it certainly is. And XENEX probably have unwanted memories about Inferno.
Yeah.
They spent, I believe it was about 3
they got
hours.
A lot of practice yesterday.
They did.
On it.
Yeah, both sides. They spent about 3 hours on this map yesterday against XL. Went into 5, 6 overtimes. It finished.
I think it was 6, yeah.
Yeah.
Finished
88. 46 to 42 was the final score.
Yeah.
And
did I just say it finished 80-80? Oh god,
yeah.
No, I meant 80 rounds played overall. Can you imagine a game going to 80-80? 160 odd rounds played. Deary me. Anyways, apparently Pulse was in the toilet.
Yeah.
He is now back and he's good to go. And MALiK sending 3 players to start things off towards a B-bomb site. And Max going aggressive here at second mid. Spots not 1 but 2 terrorists, and good decision from him. He's falling back.
Yep, but there isn't a rotation coming round yet. And I like this because XENEX, they're probably going to rotate to B, thinking the rotations come in. But it hasn't. We have 2 players playing very passive on the A site. Imi's going to be the first man here, and usually that means there's only 1 other player on this site, and that's a great nade going in. Look at that. Health bar's just depleted as Peggy and Shaney both get frags. Moldo coming in, gets 1, gets 2. In fact, it was Pulse and Shiki who got the other 2, as it's now just InkG and Mighty Max left standing here. They have 2 incendiary grenades. This is a good potential for a retake.
Yeah, one's already been thrown down into ruins, I think that was. And Mighty Max still has 1, so let's see how long it's going to take him to try and utilize it, because again, both Pulse and Shiki are very low. The flash will go in. They're going to look left, right and center for these terrorists.
1 HP.
Yeah, exactly. And only Mole here, really, who is alive and standing. It's going to be him to get the first of maybe 2 frags. InkG knows Shiki's to his left. He is going to nail him in the head, and he's not got a diffuse kit, and I can't see Mole. No, he's now got a diffuse kit. Is he going to get it? No, he isn't. Mole comes in with the Glock headshot. 3 kills from him. Goes off with the bomb as well to celebrate, but good for XENEX that they managed to win the pistol round. It will make their life a lot easier now, providing they don't throw this one.
Providing they hold on to their lead and they don't go even now. We have P250s and 5.7s being brought up though for MALiK. Very few grenades on their side, and they haven't actually invested too much into this. They really want to go for that 3rd round or 4th round full on buy, as they're trying to get a boost up here. And Peggy is going to find 1 frag, throws the HE out. Tagged Shiki down to 90 HP, and this could be big from Rattlesnake. Going to go round, and the CT is going to get out of there pronto.
Advantage MALiK numerically, but firepower-wise, make of it what you will. XENEX seem to have their hearts set on the A-bomb site, but they are slowly but surely creeping down towards Banana, particularly the player with the bomb. Rattlesnake has been dinked at mid, and he could potentially be an easy kill here for Max and Shaney. They've got a very good crossfire going on.
Yep, they're going to go in, throw their smoke. Shaney gets 1, Max gets the 2nd. As Max refaces, gets taken down, but look how low Rattlesnake actually is here. Imi just needs to find one bullet onto him, and he's not able to. Shaney now coming round. But that's an easy pickup for Mole. Peggy did have a Galil, and he got taken down. But Inkg, he has a 5-7. He has armor. One bullet onto Rattlesnake. Finds him the frag. Nice crossfire set up, and Mole was just there on the site baiting.
Rattlesnake did really, really well after getting dinked at mid and going down to only 16 HP. He did really well to accumulate 3 kills by the end of that. And as we expected, the crossfire on the B-bomb site worked really well, especially after XENEX sort of tried to run through their smoke. But again, it was almost like that extra little bit of firepower, especially that MP7 on Mole, was what ended up being that decisive factor.
But even so, they haven't opted to go for rebuys here. They're just playing with Tech 9s, which could, in theory, cost them here. But Rattlesnake finds one, Mole finds the second, and they should open up the A site, especially after Imi falls. Shaney and Max, last two standing. They've got nothing to lose, really, for going for this. They've only got 700 bucks on them. Mole jumping down into pit. Pulse is going to plant the bomb. And then Shaney and Max probably just trying to get a few exits here, or they can't really challenge this. No,
not really. It wouldn't surprise me if Shaney just held his angle where he is right now. And JT, he is going to fall to his death, but hey, at least that's one less gun down, I suppose. And it's a matter of whether Shaney's going to find them or they're going to find Shaney. Because it's not really worth trying to save that 5-7 on its own. He might as well try and do a bit of damage, especially when you consider Rattlesnake is, again, very low on HP, but no, he's not going to run into them. He's going to salvage the 5-7, and realistically speaking now, we should see MALiK go for their first fire round of the round. If they fail to win this one, we'll see XENEX at 4, and it'll probably even become 5 or 6.
Not a fan of this from Imi, though.
What, the glass
cannon? Yeah. I mean, if he had armor, where's he going to start things off? He's going towards mid. If he just gets dinked here, then that's pretty dangerous for him, and he wouldn't have been able to fall back. Whereas if he had armor, and he would get dinked at some point in this round, he can just fall back, play it safe. He's holding a very tight angle here. Needs to be very quick. Does get flashed up, fall back, and now they know his position as well.
And they know he's got an AWP, so it will change their approach, and that's why the smoke's just gone down onto Arch side. They're going to try and isolate Peggy on quad.
Pretty slow to react there, Peggy. Didn't even fire a shot. You'd like to think he would have fired something, but Imi gets one. Imi looking for more. But they're going to fall back down towards the top of mid. They don't want to challenge just yet because Imi was so fast to rotate. And they might now even try and challenge him here again.
45 seconds on the clock. XENEX have plenty of time to go back down mid over towards B. But what they've done now, they slowed it down because they assumed that one of the B players will have probably rotated over to A. And by slowing it down, there's now a voice in MALiK's head going, hold on a second, guys, it might be going back down mid, so let's split it 2-2. And you can see even Imi has gone towards CT spawn. So if XENEX smoke off Library or smoke off Arch and hit this A-bomb site fast and furiously, they could easily get this frag on the low ranger within the bomb site and plant to be in great after-plant positions, and that looks like it's exactly what's going to happen. And I think Imi now, he's not really going to be able to move with that AWP until his teammates rotate over from B, and still then it's a very tough retake for them, Hoss.
Especially, there it is, he gets smoked off from Library, and it looks like it's going to be a save here for MALiK. They might play some exit frags here. Imi just peeking around the corner, not finding anything. And they're going to save these 3 weapons, but go 4 rounds down. But Imi will be able to buy armor next round, at least.
I really didn't feel like Imi had to over-rotate that much.
No, especially with the AWP. Could have just held an angle.
Because if he had been, for example, in Library, holding, let's say,
Arch or even Sight, yeah.
As soon as the execution came onto quad, he could have taken a gamble and peeked out of the Library door and tried to either get Mole dropping down through upper apps or get the other 3 players running in through quad. Exactly. And in a situation like that, if he had managed to get 1 frag and his teammates will have rotated, trying to retake that A-bomb site after there's a plant, 3 versus 3 as a CT, is actually
not the worst thing.
No, as opposed to 4 versus 3. And it seems like the obvious thing to say because the CTs are outnumbered, but it's actually down to how many hiding spots are on the bomb site.
Yeah, how many positions there are.
Yeah.
Because with 4 players, you've then, of course, got 1, maybe even 2 on site. You've then got 1 in apartments, 1 in pit, 1 graveyard.
You've got to think of it from a practical perspective.
How many places you physically have to look and check and maybe even flash, nade, use all your resources there. But MALiK, they've been able to put a buy together here. Not the strongest, of course. 2 FAMASs on their side. Imi, though, has the luxury of armor this round, and he's playing this arch position yet again here. Knows that Rattlesnake's in there. Gonna wait. Oh, that second one was so close to hitting. But Rattlesnake is just a mere decoy. There's 2 players on this B bomb site, and soon to be 4 very angry terrorists.
Yeah, they've got smokes as well here, the terrorists, so probably going to see a smoke go over towards Coils, and a smoke land at CT spawn. And here we go. We can hear them starting to blossom. And surely now, it's only a matter of time. There's the CT spawn smoke from Mole. And well, he's realised that Shaney pushed through. That's a great frag from Shaney, but they probably would have been better off without it because it's now going to leave Mighty Max all by himself. Pulp rushing in, looking for Max. Not going to find him. Max with 1-2 from Max. That could be absolutely massive. Bomb has been lost. It will go down nonetheless. But Max getting those 2 frags after Shaney fell on Banana will now give MALiK the 3 versus 2 lead.
Certainly will, but there are smokes here. Rattlesnake very close to these 2 CTs here. And he gets 1. He sprays for the second. Now it's just Imi left with an AWP in hand.
I don't think he's saving this one.
I don't think so either. He's going to try and challenge Rattlesnake. Really solid play there from Rattlesnake.
5-0, Hoss. 5-0. And MALiK now, money's tight. You reckon they're going to try and force it again? Or do you think, yeah, they're going for it? I can't say I'm surprised, but we end up, for example, or rather MALiK end up with Shaney with an M4 and no armor. It's very, very tough, especially up against the AK.
Yeah, it is certainly a gamble. And he went for those grenades over the armor as well there. That's an interesting pickup from him. He does play this B bomb site though, so he really does need those smokes and those flashes to keep Banana control.
I'd like to see MALiK approach an aggressive Banana defense.
Maybe deep smoke it at the beginning of the round.
I felt like it probably would have suited this round as well because they really need to change something up because XENEX, they've gotten the bomb down on that smaller B bomb site quite a few times. And most of the time it just comes from a simple set piece. And theoretically, XENEX can't execute that set piece until they get up Banana and they, for example, can smoke CT spawn from the logs.
And again, it's a pretty quiet start for the round here for XENEX.
I think XENEX might be expecting an eco coming out from MALiK.
Yeah, which is why they're playing so cautiously. Shiki going to start things off by smoking off Arch. Imi's here with an M4 in hand. Going to pop flash himself out. 1, 2. Almost sprays for the third. Mole tagged down 78 HP. Really nice single-handedly helping himself out there, Imi, with the pop flash. Followed up by 2 frags. Almost found a third in Mole with the AWP. But the bomb is rotating back round. It's just Imi on this site by himself. No more. As Mole grabs that one. It's going to be a save here from MALiK.
Yeah, no surprise. Shaney without the armor. They may have gone for it had Shaney bought up armor, but of course didn't have enough money. And they're just going to hide it out here on the B bomb site. And the question at hand now, Hoss, is am I like poor on Inferno today? Or have XENEX really stepped it up from their Inferno game yesterday? Which, of course, went on for 80-odd rounds.
Yeah, it did. I'm not too sure. MALiK haven't really done anything special on their CT side.
It's been very static. They've done the same thing again and again and again. And I'd really like to see them change it up. I think now, obviously, they could force it up again, which is probably what they're going to do. But I've got a funny feeling that maybe if they took 1 or 2 risks, played a slightly more aggressive game, you know, push 2 people towards the bottom of apps and push 2 people towards the bottom of Banana. Apply pressure onto XENEX. He can't let players of XENEX's quality dictate the tempo and the space on the map.
Yeah, on Cash, you saw their CT side mix things up. They played players in different positions every round. They gained some control of the map, really forced XENEX's hand in some situations.
Yeah.
But now, you hit the nail on the head. They're being very static, playing safe from the sights. No aggression coming out from MALiK. It's just easy picks here for XENEX as they now smoke off CT on this B-bomb site. Pulse here all by himself. Not forcing the rotation round just yet.
Thing is, a lack of confidence can play such a significant factor as well, and they're yet to accumulate around here on the more favoured side of Inferno, which could definitely play a part. But hello, JT's going to go in. Finally, something to scream and shout about if you're a bit of a MALiK fan. Mole getting the AWP kill, but it's still advantage MALiK here, Hoss, and Bomb still at T-steps.
As MALiK lose one more player here, make that a second. But again, this bomb's still at T-steps. Oh, Rattlesnake now joining Mole here as they make their way back down mid to pick up this bomb. And with Pulse already on this B-bomb site, you've got to think they're going to go here. And with 15 seconds to get on this site, it should be easy peasy. They're even going to throw it back towards Rattlesnake because they know they have so much time.
Well, they don't anymore. 7 seconds on the clock. Is this bomb being planted? Yep. It definitely is now. And yeah, they should
be another save.
Yeah, Peggy save the Kalashnikov. And credit where it's due to Pulse there. I don't know whether GoTV actually caught it or not, but what happened was MALiK decided to rotate all their players from B over to A, and because Pulse was that player lurking at the top of Banana, he heard the CT jumping towards CT spawn, he flanked him from behind. At the same time, Rattlesnake got that headshot towards Library. And in literally a matter of seconds, what was 4 versus 3 in favour of MALiK turned into 3 versus 2 in favour of XENEX. And again, that's the thing, when you're on the CT side, you can't afford to show too much flesh to the AK-47.
Yeah, you really can't, as now XENEX 7 rounds to none. This is looking like a very different MALiK we saw yesterday. Yesterday, full of confidence, aggressive peaks, but now that's really taken a hit as they're going to have to go for another force buy here. The FAMAS is becoming a common weapon amongst them.
They keep getting that financial boost as well, hence why they've been able to buy up so many consecutive rounds in a row. But, I mean, even if XENEX were to lose this round, look at the amount of money both Mole and Rattlesnake have. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, Mole yet to actually die in this round. It's been a great addition to the XENEX lineup. In this half, sorry, yeah, this game. He has been a great addition to this XENEX lineup, especially late minute as well, last minute.
So Pulse, yet again, the man, or the Lone Ranger. No pun intended with, you know, Rattlesnake's old team and all that.
Yep.
On Banana. But XENEX just taking their time here. And this is the problem with the A-bomb site. You've got to wait for these defensive smokes to disperse and disappear, and Imi very aggressive. He is going to get one frag. He should probably fall back while he can, but he did deal a heck of a load of damage onto Shiki, and this is a good play from Imi. You know he's only got 1 point of health. He's fallen back now, and let's see how he's going to try and play this one.
Again, Mole with that AWP, getting these frags. He's going to get a second here as well.
And Pulse might very well flank Max now.
Well, this bomb's going to get planted on this B-bomb site. Or is it?
Oh, going back towards A.
Going back towards A. Because I think Max is going to be saving this one again.
10 seconds. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
going to go down.
2, 1. Thank God for that.
Just.
Thank Gaben for that.
Hey.
Hey.
I mean, there's not really too much else to say about this.
No, it's been a bit of a stomp. I mean, MALiK...
This is a throwback to MALiK versus Rage on Cobble. Week 1 qualifier.
Yeah. Don't remind me of that. There's not much to say about...
No.
I don't think XENEX have really reinvented the wheel. Mole individually has played superb. But as far as MALiK are concerned, I still feel like they're not changing it up as much as they could potentially. So, yeah. Let's look at their money now. Again, they can just roughly force it up if they buy FAMASes and stuff. Maybe go for a P90 armor buy without a helmet, of course. But
yeah,
come on, MALiK.
Yeah, I feel as if
Flex your muscles a little bit.
they need to transfer a few players between the two sites. Much like you can do with the SanDisk SSD and their really great migration software.
Yeah, I hear AOC make pretty good monitors as well.
Yeah, they do. I mean, if only they were as clear as... well, no, I'm pretty sure they are as clear as MALiK's CT setup, because it's being read very easily by XENEX every round.
It is, and Shaney, last line of defense here on B. And he only had 8 HP. And Rattlesnake says, thank you very much, as he lands a headshot onto G. 9-0, and at the moment it looks like a deathmatch game.
MM.
I mean, I guess many would argue MM is slightly more civilized than what we're witnessing. This is
I mean, this is like me versus you in
murder in
matchmaking.
broad daylight.
This is like 5 me's versus 5 you.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
I mean, my T-side Inferno is so good.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, I would replicate myself if I could and take you on, but...
Yeah.
What rank are you again, Horse?
I am, I peaked
You don't
at,
have to answer that.
I peaked at DMG, it's fine.
Mole! Ah, finally!
Gets taken down, is that his first death? Yes, it is.
And surprised that Peggy didn't try to gamble and pick up that AWP. He could have put the smoke down to pick it up, but question at hand now is, look at this, XENEX. They've snuck up unnoticed towards this B bomb site. They know exactly where Max is hiding. He's stuck between that rock and a hard place, quite literally pulsed with the double. 50 seconds, plenty of time for XENEX to work with. It's 3 versus 3, but surely they can't throw this. They've got the afterplant positions and a great crossfire in Ruins.
I think this is the first time in a long time that MALiK are actually challenging this. They're challenging a plant.
Well, they've got 2 AWPs.
Oh, no, I take everything back.
I mean, it's all good you save these AWPs, but you've already lost 10 rounds on the CT side of Inferno. I mean, like we were saying yesterday, never say never, you know? But... Terrorists win. Come on, MALiK.
And even with saving those AWPs, they're only going to be on... Well, Max is forcing up. In fact, no, Max got dropped a weapon there. Shaney just about on everything. But where are they taking the second AWP? It's on Shaney. And they're going to play this AWP towards the B-bomb site. With Emmy playing from A yet again. We're actually seeing some aggression here. Shaney gets the first one. Max gets the second. Rattlesnake puts an end to the AWP though as InkG now. Very nice position. Mixing things up. 3 players on that B site. A little bit of aggression and look what it's done.
Yeah, precisely. But it's not over just yet. It's 2 versus 2. Both Cheeky and Mole, phenomenal players in their own right, especially when you consider Mole's current form. And if they can just salvage this bomb, they may be able to follow it up with a frag and actually take this round on. So 55 seconds and counting, Os. You reckon they can do it?
We have Max at the back here. Immy playing from CT. They have 2 smokes, do XENEX. So they can certainly get rid of one of these players. That would probably be Immy, leaving Max into a 1 versus 2. But we know what Max can do. They actually send the smoke way too deep. And Immy has a free line of fire here. Not anymore though. Max gonna send the flashbang out. He's gonna get flashed up himself. Mole coming in, finds that frag. And now Immy has to rotate from a very odd angle with the AWP in hand. It looks like XENEX could get their 11th round here.
But Immy spotted Mole, and my assumption here is that he's going to have his eyes set on the position he's in. He's just going to wait to see if he can catch a glimpse of him. And I guarantee you the second Mole shows a little bit of flesh, Immy is going to pull this shot off. Puggy knows exactly where he is because Immy spotted him earlier on, and the retake finally happens. Let's celebrate.
Yeah!
MALiK have won a round, ladies and gents. And hopefully, for their sake, that's going to be the start of a few more to come.
Yeah, hopefully they can transfer it into 5 rounds.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a big ask, yes.
Look, if they get 5 rounds and win the pistol and turn that 5 into 8,
that's
then
fine. It's all good.
Who knows?
Yeah,
Who knows? It is Counter-Strike after all.
it is indeed. It's definitely not League of Legends.
Weren't XENEX something like 14-9 up yesterday against XL, and then XL brought it back to overtime? What was the score exactly?
13 or 14-7.
Wow. Yeah, that's even better
Yeah.
than what I said. So, that's Counter-Strike for you. And I also want to publicly apologise to Team XENEX for calling them Team XENEF. Yeah, XENEX tweeted me saying, "We will not forgive."
We are XENEX.
XENEX Anonymous, HLTV confirmed. But look at that. Shaney with the opener.
If you look closely in one of the X's, there's a triangle.
Illuminati.
I hate myself.
I hate you too, Hoss. No, I'm just kidding.
Feelings mutual. Pulse and Rattlesnake have fallen here, and again, MALiK looking like they could salvage something from this first half, and this is the first time Imi's played out, so look what he's done. Almost getting a third for himself there as well.
Again, they're changing it around, Hoss. They played static for a good 8 or so rounds in a row, and now they're taking their opponents by surprise. But Mole, again, with other ideas. He's a dead man walking, bleeding internally at the moment. However, let's see what he can do, because he does still have an AWP. I'm not quite sure he realizes how close he is to Peggy. And Peggy punishes him. 10-2 now, but XENEX still more than enough money to play with, and I don't think we're really going to see the Nico for the rest of this half.
I was just trying to do some calculations. So we have 3 rounds left. MALiK, XENEX are going to get 2.4 and then 2.9k. They're not going to eco. They don't have to eco at all, unless, of course, they go for like 5 scars.
Let's bear in mind that
auto
XENEX
snipers.
won Cash 16-14.
Yeah.
So if they win Inferno, we won't even need Mirage, which
We
was the
won't.
third map. And it will also mean that Team XENEX will have booked themselves a place in the final at MCM,
It will have done indeed.
where they'll have a chance to win up to £6,000.
Their share of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
If they win this series, though, they do win 50 quid. For what I would say was 2 nights of work, but it really wasn't when you add 80 odd rounds in. As it's just Imi left now. He's in a 1 versus 1 here up against JT, who needs to get onto this site and get the bomb down. And when I say on the site, I mean on the site, because you can't plant it in the normal position for pit. So he needs to get in and around these boxes.
Yeah, in and around the boxes he will get.
Graveyard would be a great post-plant position here.
It will be, but he knows exactly where he's coming from. And JT doesn't miss from there. And it is going to be 11 rounds to XENEX now. And MALiK, Peggy on 1.5k. You've got to feel sorry for him, but that's how punishing it can be when you don't play better on the CT side, on what is a CT-sided game. And to add insult to injury, it's a CT-sided map.
Yeah.
So really here, I think if MALiK managed to get double digits come the end of this map,
You'd
they'll probably be,
impressed.
yeah. So it'd probably mean they managed to accumulate 7 or 6 rounds on their T side, which will be above average.
Would indeed. There are, of course, 2 rounds left in this half. As XENEX making their way to this B-bomb site. There are 2 MALiK players on there. For some reason we're with Peggy, but Rattlesnake, JT gets a team kill there. Helping out Mighty Max as Shaney's going to get zoned out by that smoke. Inkg now rotating around alongside Imi. Peggy's going to be coming from mid. Does have a deagle in hand. And of course he's going to lose that duel to Shiki there, who had the superior AK-47.
Shady and Inkg try to get their hands on that bomb which is ticking. Shiki going for the spray. He's gotten a kill already so far this round. But really, Shaney, he's not even got any armor. He's completely surrounded, and his best hope here is to put this smoke down and try and run away towards CT spawn. But nah, the T's won't let him. And Shiki does end up going down to the bomb in the end. But let's take a look at the scoreboard, Haas, and admire how well Mole is playing at the moment. It's like Zio on Cash yesterday.
Yeah. I mean, it's honestly surprising. XENEX have won 12 rounds, but JT's only found 4 frags there.
Yeah, it's very unlike him. But again, there haven't really been too many frags for him to try and grab a hold of because of how well Mole has been playing. And here we go, last round of the half. Bless them, MALiK bought up as much as they could, but even having bought armor, they could only play with pistols.
Yeah.
And, you know, in a weird way, I feel speechless. What can you say about that?
Not much. Apart from MALiK need an insane T-side.
What MALiK need to do now is...
15-0.
No,
More.
yeah, I know they need 14 rounds.
Yeah.
But they need to try and forget what happened in the first half.
Don't let their heads drop.
Yeah, precisely. And that's the thing, we've got these XENEX players who are much more experienced, and they might, because of their experience, they might be a lot better at zoning out, you know, what happened in the previous half. But
yeah.
JT is very, very low. Rattlesnake has taken a bit of damage as well. So the defenders on this large array bomb site have been hurt, to say the least. So if MALiK just managed to get a trade frag here, Hoss, who knows? They might be able to win this pistol.
Let's see a flash go out. In fact, it was a decoy that was aimed to act as a flashbang and force that arch player
And
away.
you fell for it as well.
I did indeed fall for it. As did the CT player, because look at where he is. It is Mole. Gets tickled a little bit. Emmy going up close and personal. Gets the headshot. Finds a P2000. And that's Rattlesnake gone. But look at this sneaky beaky play towards A through apps.
Yeah, Peggy and Immy making noise here on B. They're just going to leave Peggy there, Shiki behind him as well. But how long is it going to take the CTs to realise? They've definitely realised now. Immy with his third of the round. And well, if he manages to kill Pulse and Shiki as well, he might as well take the ace. Not exactly like Pulse and Shiki have much to save anyways, is it?
No, they can just go for this. They've got 2 flashbangs here. Immy is looking for that 4th frag of the round. Shiki just playing for exits now. Shaney and Max going to get the last 2 of that round. And MALiK, they've got themselves around on the board. This is where they can start getting some momentum and putting XENEX on the back foot. Yes, XENEX only need to win 3. If their heads drop, like I would expect JT's might have done already, especially considering he got tagged at the beginning of that round. Only 6 frags, 10 deaths.
Nah, man, JT's head doesn't drop.
Nope.
No.
Can I quote you on that?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
JT, he really is a great player, regardless of what's happened so far this game. Obviously, Infused. He played with Infused at G3 once upon a time. And he played with XENEX at I-54, where I believe they finished 5th, 6th, I think it was.
5th, 6th, sounds
They ended up losing to Steel's mix, or TLR with Steel as a mixed 5th.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did in the lower bracket.
Did they?
Yeah, on cash. I was stood behind them.
I thought it...
Let's focus on this. Pulse with a 5-7 in a great position to get a few frags. He's only going to get 1. Shiki and Rattlesnake to try and rotate over to B. And as long as they can stay alive and get in some good positions, get Ruins control before the T's can get in there, you can't count XENEX out of it just yet.
They're going to try spamming through that smoke, though, as Shaney gets tagged up pretty heavily. Shiki does have an MP7 in his hand, but Max is playing a very nice position with that Galil. Getting some nice crossfire set up as the CTs would enter this site.
Yeah, the two players with armor are contemplating falling back. They're just sort of leaving Shiki there. And, well, he's not going to be able to do much in the end. Unlucky.
Yep.
But that's the thing. I understand why they preferred to sort of save the armor, because of the 9 rounds between the two teams. If, for example, it was MALiK on the end of trying to defuse that bomb, they probably
go for it.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I-54.
Yeah, I thought it was...
XENEX dropped down to the lower bracket after losing against FM, and then they played a BO1 on cash against TLR, who was obviously Vertigo,
They must have
Pain,
finished
Ali G,
7th,
Ben,
8th
and Steel.
Because it went Existence,
It could have been
FM.
7th, 8th.
It went Existence, FM, Kick, Infused, meaning that 5th, 6th would have been, I then guess, TLR and someone, and then these guys would have finished 7th, 8th.
Maybe. We'll take a look at it after the game. But CT's obviously no reason to force up a buy.
Yep, no need, of course.
They're just going to try and get a little bit greedy and go aggressive. See if they can get any frags, pick up an AK or two. But again, Hoss, they've got a lot of breathing space. But in Counter-Strike, you can't afford to switch off too much.
You certainly can't, as these CTs playing it very safe, very passive. Not showing too much skin up until now. Rattlesnake's lucky to survive that one. Imi and Shane now pushing up. Shane, he spots the skin of JT, and again, he's lucky to survive.
This could go very, very well for MALiK. Not only have they got the firepower, but Rattlesnake has over-rotated here. And are MALiK going to try and go CT spawn towards B? Because if they do, they are going to run into Rattlesnake. But no, they're just wrapping round. Mole has made a little bit of noise. Imi will terminate him. Rattlesnake is rattling no more. And Pulse and Shiki. Pulse with a 5.7. Shiki with an MP7. And you know what? If I was them, I wouldn't even bother saving this MP7
Nope.
and 5.7. Because they're going to buy up next round anyways. It's not like they have armor. Good stuff from Pulse. He'll get that exit frag, particularly with a weapon like the 5.7. It will give him a bit of extra cash. And now he's probably going to try and go for another, but he's not going to get it. And they won't be too downhearted with that, Hoss.
Yeah, they probably won't, as now they can start buying up these weapons. MALiK have already more than doubled their first half score, just because of the pistol round alone. They're not going for an AWP on this T side just yet. They're going to rely on these AKs. As XENEX now not going for one either. Playing 2 on this B-bomb site, with Pulse going aggressive with a HE going down banana. Peggy loses 5 points of health, but hey, that really isn't too much.
So the CT setup, we've got JT and Mole. Let's go take a look at where exactly they are. JT's been boosted onto this position here. It's a position that Virtus Pro like to utilise quite a lot.
FM do as well.
Yeah, true. I think we saw... I think it was Socken who got boosted up there quite a lot at I-54. Could have been Socken. Who actually is playing with for him today. I think they're playing in the RGN tournament, but I'm not 100% sure against who. And wow, JT has finally been spotted, but they are going to line up for him. Mole and JT exploded, defending this larger A-bomb site. And it's advantage Team XENEX. JT just playing for time as the reinforcements Hoss come in.
Peggy's able to get one, but look how low he is. Down to a mere 6 HP. He needs to get a headshot there, not able to find it. And the position JT was in is one that you can only really use once in a game. And when you get 3 frags like that, that's all you really need to use it for.
I say you could probably get away with it twice.
Yeah, like maybe a good 6-7 rounds in between.
I think it's really good on an anti-eco.
Yeah.
With a P90 or a Negev.
Your MM rank's really showing.
Yeah. I think the last time I played MM I was Silver 3.
Nice.
Hey, still 2 ranks above you, right?
Yeah, exactly.
14-5. And no, I'm not Silver 3.
You're Silver Elite Master.
No, Legendary Eagle Master. You got the Masters mixed up.
Did I?
Yeah. Technically, you're sort of like Distinguished Master Guardian.
Yep.
But anyways, Team XENEX 2 rounds away from winning this game as Imi looks to spearhead the attack onto A. He spots ahead of JT, and that head is no more as JT is going to get killed. Imi continuing the push. Imi with the double, and Mr. Hosselot, the bomb site now belongs to A, and Imi with 3.
Inkg coming in with the 4th of the round, as Shiki going to be saving up this FAMAS.
Apologies for calling you Hosselot.
You haven't done that tonight, have you?
I just did.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, that just made it really awkward, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
And now you're just staring at your monitor. You look very, very sad. I'm sorry, Hoss.
It's fine.
That's the problem with the name Hoss. It's only 1 syllable.
It is.
So
At least it doesn't have like full-on caps and a 0 instead of an O, unlike Kyanite where you've got a 1 and all caps.
well, you see, the thing is, I've been Kyanite for years.
Have you?
And then a random Danish kid changed his name to Kyanite.
Yeah.
So I tried to convince him to give me my name back. and he didn't want to. So I basically capitalized my name and put
Nice.
a 1 in it because Release used to be one of my favorite players back in Source. And he had a 1 instead of an L.
I've only come across one player named Hoss, and that was about a month ago on the NA Heroes of the Storm server.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You're pretty good at that game, though. How do you know he just wasn't a fanboy? You know, like half the people who call themselves Forest
Or
matchmaking.
I thought you were about to say half the people that call themselves Kyanite.
There are actually quite a few people who run around matchmaking calling themselves Kyanite. I am not even joking. I have a guy on my friends list who runs around with Star Kyanite in his name because I'm apparently his main sponsor. Make any sense of that?
Didn't you change your name to Chewy once because you wanted to be him?
Yeah, I aspire to be Chewy. It's my lifelong dream. But anyways, XENEX.
Now say that with a straight face.
They are on an eco, and Shiki was the first casualty. And MALiK, they've gotten CT spawn control Hoss, and they're probably just going to wrap round B here, kill Pulse all by himself.
Get rid of his FAMAS.
Hold.
If they get rid of Pulse, it means that XENEX lose more money. There it is, gone, out of the window. And XENEX have been able to get 1 round so far. They only need 2 more to secure themselves a win. But MALiK, is this one of those moments where suddenly Inferno becomes T-sided in the UK scene?
Well, it's not like Inferno's CT-sided in the UK scene, is it? In the UK scene, mate, anything is possible.
Yeah.
That's why we love UK CS.
Yeah, breaking records.
It's such a shame that we didn't cast all of that game.
Yeah. Really is. I mean, I think the closest overtime we've had to that was the first season of the Community Challenge, where I think it was FM against Rasta.
Yeah, I remember that. I really needed the toilet,
it was
and
like
the game would
2
just
AM.
not finish.
Yeah. I remember staying up till about 2:30 watching it, and yeah, that was on Inferno as well. That went to about 3-4 overtimes.
There's something about UK CS and Inferno and overtimes, isn't there? But anyways, Team XENEX again on another eco. But I tell you what, Hoss, MALiK haven't done too badly on this T-side.
No. They really haven't. Their economy's booming, kind of. It's as booming as the UK economy. As XENEX on another eco really want to secure themselves a full-on buy, get that AWP onto Rattlesnake or Mole, maybe even both. As it looks like we've got an aggressive push here in apartments, and Imi could get caught off guard here. He's not expecting to play, but look how careful he's playing this one. Max is going to get the trade frag. Are they going to check JT as well? The molly goes in. Nice team play coming out from MALiK.
Yeah, they'll know now that they got 3 frags on the A-bomb site, and that's probably the defenders on the A-bomb site cleared out. Peggy is going to be the late comer in towards the bomb site. He was, of course, watching the flankers from Arch and the flanker from Banana, and he's probably just going to peek off balcony now and drop Shiki as well. So really well played from Peggy. Again, it's all about positioning when you play this sort of lurker role, and his positioning was spot on.
Just timing
as well.
Yeah, definitely. As MALiK having to rebuy 1 weapon onto Imi, he's going to pick up an AK, and here it is. Rattlesnake playing the AWP on the CT side. Mole, the more aggressive of the 2, enjoyed it on the T side, letting Rattlesnake do the job on the more passive CT side. And looks like he's going towards mid to start things off.
So Rattlesnake, he's going to be the man to hold Arch with the AWP. Big sniper rifle, of course, the gun that made him world famous back in CS Source, but unfortunately a lot of UK talent has disappeared since then.
It hasn't.
RIP UK scene.
A lot has come in, to be fair, especially XL.
Yeah.
Newcomers doing really well.
I'm not going to lie, we are a few months behind, but I think we'll catch up. UK CSGO team at the next major. HLTV confirmed. I can feel it.
Me captaining.
Yeah.
Kyanite playing the...
I'll be manager.
Yeah, your coach.
Yeah, coach.
I'd love to see your post-game interviews.
So, Peggy is heading up towards the top of Banana with only 30 seconds to go. He's probably just going to make a little bit of noise just to make sure that Team XENEX don't rotate these 2 extra players back over towards A, and then MALiK will most likely put all their eggs in one basket and head straight towards this A-bomb side. They don't really have much of a choice here. XENEX win one more round, it will be match point, and MALiK won't really have any breathing space. And Mole says, I want this to be match point. 3 from Mole, phenomenal play. JT comes out with a USP, and MALiK eSports is this the start of the end for them. 15-8. And XENEX, they waited and waited, they ecoed and ecoed, and they've finally got that all-important 15th round here. And fortunately for MALiK, because of the amount of consecutive rounds they won, they don't have to eco just yet, but quite simply now, Hoss, no room for error.
One and done is the situation for MALiK. Lose one, and their hopes of getting out of this group as first seed are over. They then have to fight the winner of XL and Perilous Rage in their game to make sure they get to MCM London Comic-Con.
And of course, the fact that they will be going through the upper bracket will mean that they'll get a better seed at the offline event as well.
They'll play the second seed of Group B, sorry, which is a very scary group. United Estonia, Infused,
and FM,
and good-looking gamers as well.
Yeah, a very good group. I'm looking forward to see how good-looking gamers do, especially with Mark playing amongst their ranks. And I just wish they'd bring Fearless back on board, but he's now playing for an Italian team.
Is he?
He is, yeah.
Thought he hung up.
No, he came back and he's playing with an Italian team. He's playing with Googly, who once played for Dignitas back in Source.
Interesting. Yeah. Then again, you could just be telling complete lies and I could just believe everything.
No. I feel not assaulted.
Insulted.
Insulted.
Yep.
I feel assaulted. Hoss has assaulted me on stream, but there we have it. It very well may be the start of the end. Has the fat lady sunk?
Looks like it has, as Shaney, the last man to fall there. XENEX taking this one 16-8 and advance to London MCM Comic-Con at the end of May.
Yeah, congratulations Team XENEX. Congratulations everyone who bet their precious skins on XENEX.
55% of people did.
You predicted 2-1 to
I predicted
MALiK.
3 maps.
I predicted 2-1 to XENEX.
Both wrong, but you're more right.
Because I'm the best, you know.
Of course.
But anyways, guys, don't go anywhere. We've still got the lower bracket final coming up.
Yep.
Which will, of course, be MALiK up against whoever wins between XL and Perilous.
Rage.
Yeah, and we'll try to keep you updated about that on stream. So don't go anywhere. Another BO3 coming up. I've been Kyanite. Alongside me has been Hoss. I'll see you guys in a few minutes.